Good morning, children. Children, in our previous class, we have completed the process of double fertilization. And we have done that as a result of double fertilization, two structures are formed. One was the pen, that is primary endosperm nucleus, and the second is zygote. So now we will do what is the fate of this pen and zygote. So let us start with the post-fertilization events. And in that, our first process is to study the process of endosperm development. What is endosperm? Endosperm is the food-rich tissue. I am saying this is food-rich tissue. This is having dense cytoplasm. Now this food is there because when the zygote will start dividing, when the embryo is formed, it needs nourishment. So this nourishment is provided by this endosperm. Now let us do how this endosperm is formed from primary endosperm nucleus. The ploidy we have already done, it is 3N because 1N was from the zygote and 2N from the central cell. We have done that central cell, it was having two polar nuclei. 3N ploidy, and I have already informed you that whenever there is number of nucleus more or ploidy is more, then it means it is related to the nourishment function. Now, depending on the type of its development, there are three types of endosperm in angiosperms. Number one is nuclear endosperm. What happened in nuclear endosperm? Say this is endosperm and this is the nucleus. In this type, the nucleus will keep on dividing. Okay, but the cytoplasm is not dividing. It means karyokinesis is not followed by cytokinesis. So in the same cytoplasm, there are many nuclei. Now what would happen in the next step? In next step, a central vacuole appeared. This vacuole increased in size. As a result, what happened? All the nuclei, they are shifted to the periphery. In this, these nuclei, they were distributed all throughout the cytoplasm. But in this case, they are all pushed towards the periphery because of this growing vacuole. Now the cytoplasm start condensing. When the cytoplasm start condensing, this vacuole will start decreasing in the size. It will become smaller. And now the cell wall formation occurs and it becomes a multicellular structure. Now this is the multicellular structure and vacuole disappear. This type of endosperm is found in wheat, rice, maize, and in fact coconut water or coconut milk we say is showing nuclear endospermic division. You know, we are advised to take coconut water because this is rich in nutrient. It is rich in vitamins, minerals. Why? Because it is nothing but the endosperm that is enriched with all vitamins, minerals. Now, the second type of endospermic development. Second type of endospermic development is known as cellular endosperm. In cellular endosperm, each karyokinesis is followed by the cytoplasmic division, or we can say karyokinesis is followed by cytokinesis. So if it is one nucleus, then nucleus divide followed by the cell wall formation. Then there are 4 nucleus. Again, this is followed by the cell wall formation. So in this way, the cells, they keep on dividing with the cell wall formation subsequently. This type of the cellular endosperm is found in Datura. The third category of endosperm is halobial endosperm. Halobial, this is a sort of intermediate type of the endosperm. What happened in this? The first division of the nucleus is followed by the cell wall formation, but this is unequal. Unequal means the one cell is bigger than the other cells. Now, in each cell, upper one as well as in lower one, there will be free nuclear division. So this is a sort of intermediate between the nuclear as well as the cellular endosperm. There is a very common question in CBSE exam that what is the difference between the coconut white part or the coconut kernel and the coconut water. The coconut kernel, this is formed by the cellular endosperm. In that, complete endosperm cell wall formation has occurred. Just now we have done that in the nuclear endosperm formation, the cell wall formation occur at the last. But sometimes there is incomplete cell wall formation. And because of that, we have coconut water. So coconut water, it is showing the incomplete cell wall formation. On the other hand, the solid part of the coconut, the white part that we eat, is formed by the complete cell wall formation. So is that clear? What is the difference between the two parts of the coconut water or milk, and between the coconut kernel? So now let us do the process of